One of my favorite ways to add power, personality, and asymmetry to a game is what I call break a rule game design, which is a fancy way of saying let your players cheat. You start with your base design. Good systems, consistent rules, clear gameplay that everybody can understand and appreciate how to get good at. And then you think about that rule set and you say, how do I punch holes in this? What would be interesting for players to be able to escape, to shortcut, or to hotwire about this rule set? And that is your starting point for asymmetrical gameplay. You can see this behind the design of many excellent games, especially multiplayer games like MOBAs, battle royales, and hero shooters. Players latch onto these things because they get excited about the opportunity. They say, I see that I can break the rules or bend them in this way. And they'll disagree on which is best and which one leads to surest success, and that's where your meta comes from. A game like Dota 2 is full of people constantly arguing about whether this nuking ability or that jungling ability or this carry or that sustain is really going to be the most interesting and the most transformative. You can also see it in good and well-designed strategy games. Thinking back to like Civilization V, there's lots of great examples about what makes the civs unique, and it comes from a combination of that civ's historical character and this break-a-rule idea of game design. Take, for instance, the Aztecs. They can earn culture by killing units, which totally transforms how you play the military in that game and how you build your cities. One of my favorites is India, which has a totally different equation for unhappiness that encourages them to build fewer cities but to concentrate population in them to an extreme degree, which is doubly interesting because not only does that change how they build cities and use territory, but it also echoes the way India actually developed over centuries. It is a lot like the real India. If you can hit both those things, that's the sweet spot. You've built a playstyle that is fun to play, emotionally resonant, and recognizable to the player so they understand how to use it. If you look at the difference between unique abilities in Civ 5 to Civ 6, you can see that 6s are a bit more quantitative. They tend to be more about just pushes on the systems and less about an entirely different way to play the game. There definitely are exceptions, things like the Maori, but for the most part, Civ 5 did a better job of saying what makes a Civ unique is truly unique, and that's the kind of thing that players are really going to care about.